Most people think looking successful is just a vibe, like it's free. You just post the pic, wear the fit, show up, and people assume you're doing fine. But the truth is, image has a monthly payment, and it compounds like debt because once your life gets read as up, you have to keep paying to stop it from dropping. And that's why you can budget your groceries, cancel a few apps, even get a raise, and still feel broke. Because the biggest leak isn't in your spreadsheet, it's in what I call social maintenance. The stuff you buy so you stay readable is good to your people. In the next few minutes, you'll see the hidden categories this spending hides in, the status subscription you didn't agree to, and the exit plan that cuts the cost without making you socially disappear. Let's break down the mechanism because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, social maintenance is any spending that's not about the thing itself. It's about the signal. You're not buying coffee. You're buying, I'm the kind of person who has a life. You're not buying the nicer gym. You're buying, I'm disciplined and I belong here. You're not ordering the rideshare because you love the ride. You're buying, I'm not struggling. And the system is designed to make this feel normal. Here's the loop. First, you put out an identity signal. A look, a place, a habit, a brand, a neighborhood, a weekend plan. Then you get group feedback, not always out loud. Sometimes it's just the vibe. You get treated a little better, you get invited, you get assumed competent, you don't get questioned. Then comes the fear nobody admits, the fear of downgrade. Because once people know you as a certain level, dropping below it doesn't feel like saving money. It feels like losing rank, like you're going to get read differently. So you repeat the spend, not once. Over and over, that's the subscription. And the sneaky part is you don't experience it as one big bill. It's 100 tiny yeses. Yeah, sure, I'll come out. Yeah, let's do the nicer spot. I'll just get the upgrade, it's only a little more. I'll grab it now so I don't look weird. I'll cover it, it's fine. You're not buying stuff. You're buying continued access. Access to certain rooms, certain dating pools, certain friend groups, certain levels of respect. And even if nobody is forcing you, the pressure is real because humans are social animals. Your brain treats being out of the group like danger. Now look at two people who make the same money. Person A has a low maintenance status. They have one or two things they're known for, but the rest is simple. They can say no without a long speech. Their baseline is cheap to maintain. Person B has high maintenance status. Every area is upgraded. Clothes, hair, tech, going out, travel, food. And none of it is crazy on its own, it's the stack. Their baseline is expensive. Same paycheck, totally different stress. And if you're person B, the worst part is you often don't even enjoy the spending. You just feel relief when it's handled. That's when you know it's social maintenance, not pleasure. Now, there are two drivers that make this way more costly than you think. First is convenient spending as camouflage for chaos. When your life feels messy, you buy speed. Delivery. Same day, last minute. Just this once. And it's not because you're lazy. It's because you're trying to keep the outside looking smooth while the inside is slammed. Convenience becomes makeup for your calendar. Second is treat yourself as a compliance fee. A lot of people aren't rewarding themselves. They're paying themselves for tolerating a life they don't fully control. It's like your brain goes, fine, we'll do the grind, but we get a prize. And the prize is usually something visible, something that says, I'm okay. Even if you're not. Here's a quick self-audit. No shame, just data. Where do you feel shame when you say no? Where do you over-explain your choices? Where do you upgrade just in case, so nobody thinks you're falling off? And what do you buy that you would never buy if nobody could see it? Now, belief break moment. More income often doesn't lower the stress. It raises the buy-in. Because when you earn more, your world shifts. Your normal shifts. People expect more. You expect more. Your status subscription gets upgraded automatically. So if you don't name the subscription, you'll keep thinking you have a spending problem when you really have a social pricing problem. But here's the catch. Even if you can feel this, it still looks small on any given day. Which brings us to the math, where this tax hides and why it drains you without ever feeling like one big decision. So let's put numbers on it, because this is where your brain plays tricks on you. Social maintenance almost never shows up as status spending in your bank app. It hides inside normal categories, so it feels like life. Not a choice. I want you to sort it into 5 buckets. Not to shame yourself, just to price the game. Bucket 1 is visibility costs. This is money you spend just to be seen often enough that you stay included. Drinks, dinners, brunch, tickets, clubs, networking events, even quick coffee that somehow turns into a full tab. It's not even about the activity, it's attendance. If you don't show, you feel the social gap open up. So you pay the cover charge of existence. Bucket 2 is upgrade drift. This one is deadly because it looks rational in the moment. It's only a little more choices that stack. Nicer spot, better seat, add guac, top shelf, late checkout, the ride instead of the train, the larger size, the faster shipping, the last minute fee because you waited. None of those kills you alone, but upgrade drift is how a normal life quietly turns into a premium plan. Bucket 3 is uniform costs. Every social world has a uniform. Sometimes it's literal. Sometimes it's just the vibe you're expected to match. Clothes, shoes, grooming, haircuts, nails, skincare, fitness, tech, a decent camera, a decent laptop. Even healthy food can become part of the uniform if your circle treats it like a moral badge. And look, some of this is real self-care. But uniform costs become social maintenance when the main fear is being read as behind. You're not trying to look good. You're trying to look current. Bucket 4 is relationship taxes. This is the stuff you pay so nobody calls you cheap, flaky, or selfish. Birthdays, weddings, baby showers, bachelor trips, gifts, splitting bills, covering a friend because you don't want a weird moment, helping out because saying no feels like a character flaw. And the tricky part is, these are good relationships. You care about these people. But the system is designed so love and obligation sit in the same chair. So you keep paying, even when your money plan is begging for air. Bucket 5 is convenience cover-ups. This one is where money turns into a bandage. Delivery because you're tired. Subscriptions because canceling feels like work. Impulse buys because you're stressed. Emergency purchases because you didn't plan. Paying for speed because your schedule has no slack. Convenience cover-ups aren't always about status, but they protect the image of control. They keep you from looking like you're drowning because the outside still runs. Now here's the math frame that makes this real. For the next 10 minutes of your life, you're going to act like an accountant for your social identity. Pick a normal month. Write those 5 buckets down and put a rough number next to each. Don't aim for perfect, aim for honest, then add them up. That total is your status subscription. And now convert it into hours of your life because dollars are too abstract. Take your after-tax hourly pay. If you don't know it, just do a rough estimate. What do you actually keep per hour once taxes and basic stuff hit? Then divide your monthly social maintenance total by that hourly number. That's how many hours you work per month. Just to keep your life readable is fine. This is the part that messes with you because suddenly it's not a few little purchases. It's 2 Saturdays. It's every Tuesday night. It's a full week of mornings. And now ask the gut punch question that most people avoid. If you stopped paying this, what would you actually lose? Would you lose comfort, like convenience and nicer options? Would you lose access, like invites, dates, rooms you want to be in? Or would you mostly lose ego? The story that you're doing better than you feel? Be real, because your answer changes the strategy. And one more thing, because you'll notice a pattern. The new baseline stops feeling special fast. You get the nicer place, and 2 weeks later, it's just your place. You get the better outfit, and next month, it's just your closet. That's not you being ungrateful. That's how your brain adapts. Which means if you chase feeling successful through spending, you'll keep paying more for the same emotional payoff. So now you can see it. The buckets, the total, the hours. Which brings us to the exit strategy, because cutting this wrong makes you swing from overspending to isolation, and that's not the goal. So here's the move. You don't quit status, you put it on a leash. Rule 1. Pick one status lane on purpose. One lane means one area where you're allowed to care, spend, and enjoy it without guilt. Maybe it's travel. Maybe it's your place. Maybe it's how you dress. The point is you choose it so the rest of your life isn't forced to audition. Because when you don't pick a lane, you end up trying to be impressive in 10 categories at once, and that's how your budget gets cooked. Rule 2. Set default numbers for the other lanes. Not, I'll decide every time. That's a trap. Decision fatigue is where upgrade drift lives. So pick a few clean defaults like, I don't do last-minute plans that cost money. I don't upgrade seats. I don't order drinks out unless it's my lane. I don't do random subscriptions. Your defaults don't need to sound noble. They just need to be automatic. Rule 3, build one friction step before image spend. Not a long rule, just a speed bump. Something like, anytime you're about to spend for the signal, you have to do one tiny action first. Open your bank app, move money to savings first, or text yourself, what am I trying to prove? The point is to break the trance. Image spending loves speed. You slow it down and half of it dies on contact. Now the social pressure part. You don't need excuses. Excuses sound like you're asking for permission. You need clean lines. Not doing that this month, but I'm down to hang. I'm keeping it simple tonight. I'll meet you there. I'm not doing the pregame. I'm on a plan right now. Say it like it's boring, because it is. Then replace spending-based bonding with low-cost bonding that still keeps you in the room. Invite people over. Walks. A cheap meal at home. One event a month that you pick, not 5 events you get dragged into. You're not trying to disappear. You're trying to stop paying for every social moment with money. And this is key. Build a downgrade buffer. A buffer is just cash margin that makes no feel safe. If your checking account is always tight, every invite feels like a threat. You say yes because you're scared of being seen as broke. But if you have a little space, your brain stops panicking and you can choose. That's the whole game. You keep your identity, you keep your people, but you stop letting your social world set your monthly payment. So here's the shift. You're not bad with money. You're paying a status bill you never priced out. Your 7-day challenge is simple. Write the 5 buckets on paper. Put a rough monthly number next to each. Add it up, then cut 1 recurring visibility cost and 1 upgrade drift habit for the week. Just 1 and 1. Prove to yourself you can lower the payment without your life falling apart. Like Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy.
See you in the next one.